Nava Luvu is made up of Ashley Daw and Sami Blanco, a couple originally from St. John's, Newfoundland and Montreal, Quebec, but have since relocated to Yellowknife. They have released about 9 albums on Bandcamp since their formation in 2013, not to mention solo releases under the names Puppy and TV, and have played shows in Montreal, Vancouver, Newfoundland, Yellowknife, and recently recorded an album in Mexico. Their sound is an electronic collage that houses anecdotes of IDM, field-recorded samples, and oversaturated tape distortion. Their goal seems to reach artifactual textures while gaining inspiration from new technology. Ashley and Sami live in an apartment in downtown Yellowknife, where in addition to a great view of the city, it gives them enough space to practice and rehearse. How are you guys doing today?
Good.
Good, really good.
So when the weather is bad on the outside, you focus on the inside. You work on your jam space. The gear is like Tamagotchi. You gotta take care of all of them and listen to their needs. Where the bass gotta go, it gotta go with the keys. He's like, today, no, don't feel like the keys. It feels like the distortion and the phaser. So you gotta take care of all those effects.
How was your trip to Mexico? Did you guys play any music while you were down there?
Yes, actually, we set up in Mexico City and we recorded for several days with an old bandmate of ours, a really good friend, Manu, who we used to play with in Montreal in a band called Nakomi. And so we met up with Manu in Mexico, recording hours and hours and hours of new music, and it's going to be released at some point.
What instruments did each of you guys play in this band?
I feel like I am the beat master. Not saying that I'm the world master of beats, but in Nava Luvu, I'm the beat master.
Yeah, she takes parts of the beats.
Oh, I am the beats.
You are the beats, yeah.
I am the beats and he is
I'm the harmony.
the harmony.
I make the melodies and the ambient tone and all the more subtle melodies, and she keeps the rhythm.
When did you guys start playing music together, and how did you form as a band?
Well, we started playing music together in 2011. When we first met, we first got together as a couple. We did like some experimental stuff. But as Nava Luvu, we formed that long distance when I moved to Yellowknife and he was still in Montreal. And
Right before.
And then when he moved up to Yellowknife to be with me, we got the ball rolling. So that was like in 2013 as Nava Luvu.
What was the biggest challenge or adaptation to practicing your music and playing music live in Yellowknife?
Well, living in an apartment building was tricky, so we just started jamming strictly in headphones just to kind of not disrupt the neighbors. So that was kind of like our biggest challenge because we were used to having the freedom of jamming out loud, big speakers, and not having any restrictions when we were living in Montreal. However, we kind of found like a new niche, and it made us more careful with our musical chemistry and also with our sounds and our levels because we were jamming strictly in headphones. And it also kind of made it more intimate, which was a bit special because it was just between the two of us in our ears. Like,
What inspires you guys to play music this way? Or what are your main influences?
Being sick of pop music, being sick of listening to things that are like redone and like people talking about, oh, what's this chorus should be? Oh, then you have to make the verse. Oh, where's the bridge? The bridge is missing, man. We're tripping balls. I think we should break up the band because the bridge is not there. This kind of thing where like you're like, well, I don't want to deal with anything like that. Like music can happen live all the time, and I think that comes from a lot of revelation from one, when you realize that you can improv music for 9 hours straight and there's amazing things coming out of it, and you got got 7 albums on the go, and there's like, oh yeah, there's a lot of people that won't get it. They won't get that drum music is amazing to channel like your subconscious flow and then start drawing on it or whatever. If you can't just meditate and not think about nothing when it happens, I feel that there's always like different way of expressing. When you play live music and improvise it, there's always somebody else that will feel the benefit of like, whoa, this free thing is happening. I can do something freely at the same time and express myself in my own way.
What's next for Nava Luvu?
Releasing tapes until we release a record.
Yeah, I guess our ultimate goal is to release a vinyl. Right now we're going to be releasing a tape on Apothecary Compositions out of Ohio.
We're really excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy for that Nava Luvu gets this chance to provide in different labels because we get there. Then we have also our friends that always supports us from Jeunesse Cosmique in Montreal. I don't know, so many places. And
we're also going to be starting our own label called Free Digital. So right now it's at the very ground level, and we're just kind of brainstorming, collaging, putting the base work together, and we're hoping to release a first compilation very soon.
Anything else you guys want to say in closing?
Create from your intuition. I think that's the best thing. Everybody is an artist. There's nobody that can tell me, oh, I don't create. You love to create something. Humans are here to get your imagination, whatever it is, take it in and just put it out, and that's like the source.
Use your emotion and your subconscious to create something beautiful.
Okay, so give me an idea as to how all of this gear works.
Okay, well, I'll start because I kind of start the chain, and we're kind of interconnected like a snake until we reach our final destination, which is the laptop. First thing that's on the chain is my iPad, and I'm using an app which is a Chord Poly 6. So there's 2 synths, 6 drums, and through there I'm going into my SP404, and I'm basically just using my SP404 today for the different effects, mostly compression. And then I'm running through a pitch shifter and then a loop station that I just got in Mexico City, just learning how to use it. And then I'm going through another little treat we got in Mexico City, which we call, it's a mini mixer, and we call it the shoegaze mixer because it makes really kind of shoegazy, dreamy sounds, and then it's all feeding in through Sami.
I mainly go through the Electribe sampler that I painted gold. I had the Electribe EMX1, that's the SX1. I had the blue one, I painted it green. I like to paint it because I like to trigger effects and trigger everything without having to look at what's on the menu. And then there's I just got those Volca bass, Volca keys, and Volca drums. Those are made for the bass, which gives you a really housey bass or dubsteppy, triggery cutoff, and that cuts the sound and make you really fast or really slow. And then there's the vocal keys that is nice for making more of the lead type of sound, a nice techno, delay, peak, and then there's this vocal drums, that vocal beats that makes all those nice analog warm drum beats. And then it all goes through the mixer where we do a lot of panning and EQing. Turns out to be a big instrument in all the projects that we have because we play with a lot of the mixing. And there's a built-in effect that are nice reverb to make all those housey, really cold halls reverb. Always goes through able to record everything, and then we end up making collages and taking the best parts of all of them, improv jams, and that's how we make our album.
We are Nava Luvu, and you're watching John Space Like It.